currently testing out a different profile in OBS in which I've tried to change the settings so that the video would be a little sharper and less blurry, because that's what it seems to me before I render it. But I mean, what I want to say is, if it'll be blurry, etc., then I will be the first to know. No need to tell me that it will be blurry online, right? But I think I'll upload this with the change settings regardless, and I'll check afterwards. Like, no. Let me say differently. I will record this, check what the quality is, and unless it will be unwatchable, I will upload it. Like, even if there will be, like, sometimes a lag for, like, half a second, a second. Maybe that will be... whatever. I'll just probably upload this regardless of the quality, but rest assured, I will know what the quality is, and I will change up the settings if the quality won't be good. That's what I'm trying to say, right? So, Nekrov and Serana have infiltrated the Black Moon Temple, but what does the Master of the Temple have in store for them? Such is the description of Orpheus' journey. Mission 3, I think. Inner Sanctum, Black Moon Temple. My lord, everything is proceeding as you envisioned. Nekrov is here, but if he wishes to lay claim over the Red Moon Blade, then he will have to pass my test first. I want to know for certain that this is the one who will open the way to Sorceria. Do as you wish. Remember to take care of the succubus. I have something special planned. My newest creation. The sword should be in the inner sanctum, but it appears the gate is sealed. Quite possibly we will have to find a mechanism that will undo the enchantment. Oh really? Are you that good at stating the obvious? It is also obvious the Abolisher is buying time to keep us out. Well, what did you expect? Or should I keep it to myself next time? I don't want to hear anything from you unless it gets me in that room. Understand? Clearly. So for those who have never seen Wonders of Sorceria, I played the first 3 books quite a long time ago, and it's basically a really long series of campaigns. Not series of campaigns, it's basically 6 campaigns linked together. They have a chronological story starting from book 1, ending book 6, but there's also now a book 7, and I think there's also a bonus. And there's tons of achievements, tons of things you can do, including story decisions and class picks. Yes, at the beginning of each book, you can pick a different class for the hero for every hero that you have, right? That you have. Keep that in mind. Not that you will acquire. If you acquire a hero during, let's say, book 3, you will be able to choose a different class for it at the beginning of book 4. And there's also some hidden classes you can unlock. And some achievements will alter the gameplay, some achievements will even unlock secret missions, and heavily alter the story, right? So, for example, I've already done some of these because I played this mission, but I seem to have deleted the footage. Because I've been doing a hard drive purge a few months ago, and then again I've done one more purge of a hard drive of like footage I haven't used like a week ago. And it seems I have deleted the footage either a week ago or a long time ago. So I have 2 achievements done. You can replay the mission and do the achievements, right? So it's not like you can only do a few of them and that's it. No, you can play this to the perfection level. You can try to do every mission, find and do every achievement, find every secret, and that's what I approve of. Like, that's what I really approve of in this campaign. I mean, in these campaigns that are linked together. So, the 2 heroes that the player has in book 4, or I mean, that I've so far had, are Nekrov, which is a demon hunter. His abilities can be changed, as said, you can switch the class that he is, but I've left him as Demon Hunter, and his abilities are Holy Light, Pharaoh Spirit, Siphon Mana, and Juggernaut. Juggernaut is basically a Infernal on steroids. And every hero at some point unlocks their Soul Power. The Soul Power uses up a lot of mana, but basically what it does a lot of the time is deal damage equal to... not equal to, but like... oh yes, deal damage equal to level of the hero that's casting the Soul Power, multiplied by some number, I think. Not everyone has it multiplied. A lot of the heroes just have like a text, deal X damage per level of the hero, etc, etc. They're very powerful, but they differ in the way that they deal the damage. Sometimes it's a large wave, sometimes it's a lot of explosions, etc, etc. Oh, I wanted to press I wanted to press Q for Chains of Frost. Well, that was her Soul Power, and as you've seen, it managed to, even though she's just level 5, not even level 10 or anything crazy, she's just level 5, it managed to erase those Revenants, which had, I think, like 500 or 600 health. So there's probably some added damage, but I'm not sure of that. Right, so those were Necro's abilities, and abilities of Sorana, which is a mirror reflection, or rather a conjured reflection. I can't remember, is she conjured or is she... Oh yeah, Sorana is a conjured reflection of one of the other characters, but is quite different. She's basically the reflection that the original never behaved like. Oh crap. Well, this is unexpected. Sure. Let's show you the Juggernaut. Once she reaches level 6, I'll be able to charm some enemies, which might turn out pretty useful. So, her abilities are different, and she's also melee, which the other character is not. Her abilities are Chains of Frost, which is a variation of Chain Lightning, except it deals frost damage and slows any targets hit. The next ability is Shackles, which if you use it on a living enemy, keep that in mind, not mechanical, not undead, you have to use it on you can use it on undead or sometimes mechanic even. But you won't get the second part of the spell. First part is she stuns a unit, deals damage to it per second, and that's it. But if the unit dies under the due to the damage of the spell, right, it has to die to the effect of this. If you used the ability on a living enemy, a permanent unit will be spawned. It's not anyhow strong. It has, let's say, I'm saying let's say because I forgot what the stats of the unit are, but I think it's ranged, it has no armor, and deals 12 to 18 damage. But here's the thing, they're permanent. You can stack as many of them as you want, as long as you don't lose them. So it's like, if you are careful, and keep in mind they are ranged, then you can stack quite a lot of them. And they're not useless, they're good. They deal piercing damage, they're good against air, so, you know, it's stuff like that. You may have noticed that I am able to stack potions. Yes, you can stack potions, healthstones, and scrolls. Mainly healing ones. I haven't seen protection scrolls stacked, because I don't often take them, because whenever I do get an option to pick up a scroll protection, I a lot of the time use it right away. So that's why. And it's just that if you can, I mean, oh, it's not shackles, it's called disruption web, right? But it's a variation of Dragon Rider's shackles. I mean, Dragon Hawk's shackles. There. So currently the objective is, well, you gotta remember, open the altar chamber. Alright, so what I'm currently doing is getting some experience, because if you've noticed, I mean, maybe you have, maybe you haven't. I haven't exactly focused on that, on showing you the XP bar of my heroes. I'm getting experience very slowly, so... Oh, level 5, huh? I don't think any of those would be a good charm target, so... So anyway... what was I saying? I was talking about... No, not unlocking. I was talking about... Not opening the chamber either. I forgot. Oh yeah, maybe I was. So I'm currently getting experience, but the experience I'm getting is severely decreased, so... One... I'm just clearing out those neutrals because... Oh, resistance skin, great. A level 5, which I would actually want, because this charm works only on level 5 or less. And this one has... Oh my god. Well, what a shame. Oh well. There you go. Also there are... to finish the previous sentence, so I don't begin another one and leave the previous one unfinished. I'm getting a lot less experience, so I'm currently trying to get as much XP as I can, and also search through the cells that are on the outside of this part of the temple. Because there can either be items, runes, or these fragments. As said, if you've played... Or I mean, if you've seen me play Legends... no, not Legends... Wonders of Sorceria before, then you know that there are these fragments scattered across the levels, and they're a collectible. Every level has a different number of them, and you don't need to collect them all, even though they are marked as a primary quest. I mean, main quest. Collecting them benefits you, so you should be the one trying to collect as many as you can. Not because the system tells you to, no, but because it benefits you in quite a major way. So, the benefits are, at the start of every book, there's this sort of, not interlude, but I guess you could call it a mission which you can revisit at any point in the book, at any point in the campaign you're playing, and spend the fragments, the journal fragments, to get permanent bonuses, right? It's not like only bonus for one mission, it's permanent. Why do I say this? Well, A, because it's awesome. I could charm the cold rays, but they don't have a lot of damage. And B, because the bonuses are permanent, but your choices are not. At any time, you can go back to the mission, to the picking mission, yes, and do a different choice if you think that will help you more in the upcoming mission. So you can prepare for every mission if you have enough fragments. What I haven't said yet is... Well, what? There's some... I could select the bone remains, or whatever. I haven't said yet that whenever you reset, you get the fragments that you have spent already, you get them back. So it really is only about the total amount you have collected, or well, found. So that's that. The upgrades, you might be wondering what are the upgrades. The upgrades vary from unit damage, armor damage, you know, things that affect regular units, your fighting units, to things that affect your economy. So there's things like your peasants collect more gold, or your farms are built instantly. Farms or ziggurats or whatever, because you don't always play just human, you play as your enemies as well. And they're not just flavorless, like plus damage on units. There's also the exciting stuff, as I said, about the peasants. And also about... There's also an upgrade for buildings, you know, like... You got the standard unit upgrades, building upgrades, then there's the special, like gold collection, lumber collection, building health, building armor, and also a special unit. You can choose between... I mean, so far I found only one unit choice, and they sort of show that... you know, like, they sort of They might take you out of the immersion, but I don't mind. You can choose between Zerglings, which you can train from the altar. I think they're Zerglings. As said, I'm not sure. I played this... Last time I played this, it was several months ago. You can choose between Zerglings and not animated armor, but what is it? Mech armor? Both of the units are okay. They're trained from Altar of Kings, and you know, like if you want to play with different units than the units you will get, you can do that. And as said, they're a choice that you do for fragments, so you can train them regardless of what race you currently are. That's how I think it is. I don't want to lie though, so don't quote me on that one. And that's not all you can do in the picking mission, as I call it. Don't know if it's fitting or not, but I call it a picking mission because you just pick things in there. You make choices. Oh, hold up. No! Come here. No! Come here. I better heal her before he kills her. I have no altar, so if I lose any of the heroes right now, then... RIP. Does he have... How much XP did I get for him? I guess 1/5 of a level? That was good. Although I used a lot of mana on Necro. Oh. Hello. So, in that picking mission, you can also... you know, there's like... if you had a look on the top left corner, on the hero portraits, yes, this campaign, or I mean, all of these campaigns, all of the 6 campaigns, plus bonus, plus extra, have custom art in them. So, it's shown to you at certain points in the game, in some interludes, like at the start of big fights, and also in the picking mission, because there you can review the art. You can have a look on how do not only like character portraits, but also characters as whole. You can have a look on how they look, how the creator envisioned them. It's quite neat. I find the artwork to be well done, although I'm no expert, so once again, don't quote me on that, but I personally like it. And aside from how the characters look, you can also find... no, I think you can only review characters, but you can review how they look not only as the basic class they are, but also as a different class. Like, Serana is mirror image... Well, not image. Serana is a conjured copy of Shizuka, and Shizuka is a demon hunter at the start, but you can pick from... I so far found 4 classes, so you can pick from 4 classes, and you can look at how those 4 classes looked in the creator's head. And compare to how they look in the game, but I think they look very similar, so not a problem with that. And, what else? I could actually charm... Oh, never mind. I wanted to say I could charm one of the Necromancers to just use Unholy Frenzy on Necro, because he's really good with the chaos damage. But that's not an option. Oh, they haven't died? Oh. Well, let's correct that. Oh, I didn't want to use Spirit Wolf, I wanted to do Holy Light. Oh well. And, what else can you do in there? Oh yes, there's this system of affection, where doing or not doing side quests and achievements has an effect on the characters and how much they like what you're doing. You as the player, but also how much do they like each other. That can go even to such an extreme that... I can destroy that. That can go even to some extreme as to causing several characters, not several, but like some characters to leave. You like lose them forever. Sort of reminds me of Dragon Age's system, where if you did something that a certain character didn't like, they would get angry with you, and if you did it enough times, you know, like if you played with fire for too long, then they would just leave. I got no problem with that. It's actually pretty good because your decisions have an impact. I don't know if you can actually gain a character by getting someone's affection really high, but that's for another day. I mean, like, conversation for another day. Alright, let's get rid of... Oh god. Well, let's start murder. Let's get rid of the spiders. Can actually save those prisoners to get the units. How about that? Pretty good, isn't it? How's the 0 frames dropped? It looks like the footage is okay. Alright, let's deal with those first because they deal more damage than the spiders. I'm actually getting gold for them. And aside from affection, I don't know what else. I think that might be about it, that I've expended all the options of what you can do in the picking mission. You know, like, aside from that, aside from the picking... Come on. There we go. Aside from the picking, there's actually a... I don't want to say... How do I... Carry over? There's like a carryover system, where decisions you have made in the previous book affect the options you get in the following book, and all the books after that. So, like, decisions you... in theory, decisions you do in the book 1 have the most impact because they affect the 5 following books. This book contains of 5... Holy crap, you're annoying. This book contains of, not 5, but 6... 6, not book, come on. I gotta focus. This campaign contains... excuse me, I haven't slept a lot. This campaign... I know, I have English as a second language, but even then, doesn't excuse me to do these big fuck-ups. Alright, so, to finally say what I wanted to say, this campaign consists of 6 books. Each book is a campaign with you know, like, with all of that I... Fucking hell! I can't focus for some reason. I just want to explain to anyone who's watching this and haven't seen me play Wonders of Sorceria before, so that it's not confusing, but... I guess I'll shut up and play. Alright, this is one way to get this hidden shard. There's actually orb fragments around the level. They're sort of like the Orb of Darkness in the Frozen Throne, where you're as Maiev, fleeing from the not Gul'dan, from the tomb of Sargeras. There, you're fleeing from the tomb of Sargeras, and you can collect the Shadow Orb fragments. Well, in here it's the Eclipse Orb fragments. Hold up, let me stack the potions. There. Now, what would I want to give to Serana? Because I sure as hell want to give Necro of the Orb, because then he will be able to attack air. Probably the gauntlets? Here. These fragments belong to a greater whole. We collect them. Perhaps I can empower Orpheus. There. 1 out of 10. Might take a while, but... This artifact increases in power as you find each of the fragments hidden in this temple. So there's 10 fragments which you can collect. But it's optional, so by no means are you forced to do it. Once again, it's an achievement. I mean, it's not an achievement, but I think it's a quest that if you complete, it will have more impact than just an item in the inventory. But as said, don't quote me on that one, because I'm definitely not sure if that's the case or not. Alright, Juggernaut. There. Serana doesn't have much health, as in maximum health. Yeah, that's one of the issues with her, but she's sort of a nuker and manipulator, because she has charm and the Chains of Frost deals a lot of damage and bounces 8 times, so... She doesn't need much though, because there's Nikarov and the Juggernaut to tank for her. Alright, I'll probably level up Bloodlust. Thinking if I can get the... Where could the other shards be? I remembered that one when I saw the skeleton archer on the platform, but I don't remember where could the others be. Oh wait, no, I haven't lost even. Good. I thought I had 4 units for some reason. Well, I didn't, so that's good. Alright, witches? Sure, I'll take those. Alright, witches are... Well, they have this... They're basically dryads. That's all I can tell you about them. I haven't... Whoa, you got wrecked by trolls. You got trolled. Initiate of Earth. Yeah, that's a... Druid of the Claw. It's not absolutely like a Druid of the Claw. It's... The unit has abilities like Druid of the Claw, but has more stats and is more useful in the human form, unlike the Night Elf counterpart. Not counterpart, unlike the Night Elf version. Right? Has more damage and I think health as well. There, 2 out of 10. Let's unlock the other. Even though there's nothing in here, I can still just check to make sure I haven't missed anything. Nope, I haven't, but there's a corpse in here. Have I really missed something? The corpse is recent. There's blood around it. I hope I haven't fucked up. That would be bad if I did. My Juggernaut's still alive. Never go near those, because they have possession. I learned that the hard way. Thankfully they don't have a lot of health, so... Alright. Oh, wait. Oh, I fucked up. No, I haven't. I almost did. I was thinking if the apparition could walk over water. Maybe that is the case. But you will see in a moment why I think I almost fucked up, but I didn't in the end. So, one of the reasons was that because I thought I maybe had to charm one of the apparitions. Then I remembered that I can always get the Juggernaut and I can force spawn it on the other side. So that way I can get a scepter that probably gives stats and summons Murlocs, and third part of the orb. I don't think I've actually finished the orb, as hard as I've tried before when I was here, but maybe I'll finish it this time. So on the outer part of each floor, well, I think they might be floors, I'm not sure. Because this is a large necropolis, a large flying necropolis we're currently in. So on every floor should be... No, not should be, but on every floor is a portal that leads forward or backwards. But that's not what I wanted to say. Well, I guess I'll remember when it won't be of any importance. Oh well. Oh, that was a Spectre. I think those even have charm. Not just possession, but even charm. Alright, my units haven't been attacked yet. Maybe I should change that to the bear form. There we go. Now. Let's see. So I can summon the Juggernaut on that side. That's good. Yeah, I have the marksman, but can't go anywhere, so pretty much useless. But at least it gives me vision. Yeah, there's I think there's gonna be attacks incoming after me. After my heroes and units in a few moments, so... Alright, let's save now, just in case that I manage to yeah, exactly for this reason I saved. because now I would have to wait like a dumbass another 180 seconds before being able to get that fragment. Well, at least I expected it and prepared for it. Alright, so let's go around and do it the correct way. Because here is just a small gap. So in here I should definitely be able to trigger that pad with, pressure plate with Juggernaut.
I'll show you how it's done.
Don't mind me.
What is it now?
There we go. Oh, and there's the attack.
Orpheus hungers. Yes. Orpheus hungers.
It might be giving just 2 damage at the moment, but I think the amount will increase as the time goes. As with more shards. Whatever. Can't focus again, sorry. The bonuses that the orb gives will increase with the amount of shards that I collect, is what I wanted to say there. I think this is a good camp position, especially because I think I might get at some point my units attacked by ghosts. So even if they possess like one of the units, the rest will be able to kill it, even if it will be the initiate. Because of, well, maybe not, whatever, scratch that. I just want to leave my units over here, and not have to keep using rejuvenation on the initiate of her. Alright, let's leave that behind. All stats by +2. I guess I'll do it like this. Maybe I should leave the stone on Nikarov and the scepter on Serana, because Nikarov is the melee. He's more likely to get damaged. At least by enemy melee, yes. Poof. Bear scored a double kill.